Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are building a vet clinic in Brindleton Bay, and we are building a modern version. So the reason why I'm doing a modern vet clinic and not a traditional one is I got a little bit bored with all my traditional builds. I mean, I had a lot of fun, still we're building lots and lots of more traditional houses because I'm redoing the entire Brindleton Bay, but I needed something to break the traditional flow that I was in, and why not build a modern pet clinic, not Finnick Mona. Yeah, a modern pet clinic. And luckily I was browsing my Instagram feed. That is like the place that I am the most of all my social media. You can find me the most on Instagram, and I was just looking through what everyone was posting, and I am following a few architects and just random kind of real estate agents or whatever they are, and someone posted this beautiful beach house mansion, very modern. I loved the shape so much, not much. What's wrong with me today? No, I loved the shape so much that I decided to recreate it, tweak it a bit, and use it as a vet clinic. So I did get my inspiration elsewhere, like I usually do. And yeah, I think it's turned out really, really nice. So for the floor plan, by the way, you're probably looking at this house and thinking, oh my gosh, all those little shapes, 3 floors, and yeah, I know. The floor plan is gonna be a little bit more, oh, let's call it interesting. Yeah, the floor plan is gonna be a bit more interesting than a normal vet clinic should be. I did struggle with the floor plan because of the shape. So as you guys can see, I decided to make the staircase go up, and we are using the second floor as the entrance hall. So the second floor is gonna function as a reception kind of area. So the computers that you use to register your pets, they will be on the second floor. Then you walk into like a seating area room, like a waiting room, and in that waiting room you will have 3 doors. Those 3 doors leads into the how do you say it, the rooms where you can look at your pets. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the English names, but you guys know what I mean, where you can take the pet as a vet and you can look them up. No, not look them up. You can overlook them, you can help them, you can make them better in that room. I'm not sure, I can't talk very good English today. I don't know what's wrong. But yeah, those examine rooms, that's the word that I was looking for. Yes, so I've made 2 examine rooms and then 2 operating rooms. So the 2 exam rooms are on the second floor, the operating rooms are on the first floor, and you need to go through the second floor to go to the operating rooms. And that made so much sense to me because of course you first see the doctor, or you first see the vet, and then the vet will determine, do we operate or not? And that's why I placed them on the first floor. But you guys will see it when we're furnishing. It will all make sense because now it must sound like gibberish. So yeah, so like I said, 2 examine rooms, 2 operating rooms. There will be also a bedrooms for the vets that are running double shifts and they are tired, you know, like in Grey's Anatomy. I don't know, do people still watch Grey's Anatomy? I watched that so much when I was a little bit younger. Now I haven't watched it anymore, to be honest. They killed off my favorite actor in Grey's Anatomy, and that was Patrick Dempsey. They killed him off in such a heartbreaking way. After that, I haven't watched an episode. Not one. I couldn't stand it. I was crying my eyes out when he died. And it was such a awful death. I'm not gonna say anything for the people who haven't seen that episode, but who has not seen Grey's Anatomy at till that point, if you ever watch it. But yeah, I was heartbroken, and after that I have not watched it since. But when you look at that series, they were always sleeping in the hospital. So I knew I needed to add in like a little bedroom for the vets who are like tired of their double shifts, or I don't know, maybe they want to woohoo. There's no double bed, by the way. You can't woohoo in this vet clinic. It's not allowed. But if you want them to, you can always add in a woohoo closet from Get Together, or a double bed if you really want to. And you can also just use this lot to run your clinic and to live here. There's no little studio apartment or something like that. I did divide all of the rooms, which you guys will see later, of course, but you can live here if you want. I mean, I tested this lot out with my sim. She has been living on this lot for 3 entire sim days, so it is possible. And if you are like, well, I actually do want them to really live here, I want the children to only go here, what you can do is downstairs I made like a little area for the pets that need to stay over like a night or two. Sometimes you go in with your pets and they are too sick to go home again, and then they need to stay at the vet clinic. So I made a little room for them where they can sleep and stay until they're a little bit more better. You can definitely just tear that entire room out and make a little apartment out of that. But of course we will get to that when we're in the furnishing. I'm talking ahead way too much. So as you guys can see, the house is taking shape. The color is gonna change. So it's still gonna be white, but I'm gonna use a more textured kind of wallpaper. Now I'm using a flat white surface, which is nice. It is a real nice contrast with the red kind of brick that I'm using from Dine Out. But I just needed a little bit more detailing in the wallpaper. So I will be using another wallpaper, but still in a white kind of range. So here making like a little feature wall for the sign. I needed one right there so that you could really see this is a cat and dog clinic, because there are no other pets in The Sims. But yeah, this is a vet clinic. I needed a large sign on the front. There is one there down below, and I will be also placing some signs on the side so that when you walk up you can see, oh, we're at the vet clinic, you know. But I will be placing them a little bit later on in the build as well, but they're coming. And also the landscaping, like the little terrain paints, and also the balcony, I need to add in a planter where that tree needs to go in. I will be doing all those off camera because I forgot about the landscaping and about the planter. I forgot it all. So I did do it before uploading. So if you download this house, or yeah, this vet clinic from the gallery, that all will be sorted. And of course you guys saw it in the house overview that there's definitely some terrain painting and there is a planter. It's all there. I'm just derpy and I forget things when I'm building. I just get so very, how do you say it? Very excited when I'm like finished and I'm not finished. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I can show this to everyone. Yay. And then I upload it, or I go through it and play with it and I'm like, oh, dang it. I need to change this and I need to change this. And of course I don't record it because I'm stupid. But yeah, anyways, so here adding in a little plant from the cat and dogs pack as well. That's actually a tree that I downsized, that one with the white flowers. But I love that one so much. You can use it as a large tree, as a medium, as a tiny small bush like I did now. I think it looks lovely. So here in fencing that large tree there in the front, just because I felt he needed a fence. So that's what I'm doing right here. And I think it looks really nice. A little bit color surrounding the tree. Then this tree right there. This little tree, or this little section here, this took me a while. I didn't know how I wanted to landscape the backyard. I actually was contemplating, should I landscape, I don't know. But I do add in some bushes, some trees and stuff, but I all did that off camera. Like I said, I forgot about it. So yeah, I think we're like almost finished here. Yeah, so now we are starting, oh no, a little bit more landscaping on the side, but we're like almost finished and we're almost going inside for some furnishing and yeah, stuff like that. So very, very excited to show you guys around. Oh, and a little heads up for the people who didn't really paid attention to the beginning of the video. I am not going for my typical black, white and gray kind of color scheme. No, because of these wall decals that I'm using right here, that gave me the inspiration to go for a more colorful approach. I don't know, I just really liked the wall decals so much, from, you know, that little cat and dog that I placed above the doors, that I was like, no, I need to make this more colorful than I usually do. And actually this was really nice to go a little bit out of my comfort zone and to make a more colorful build. And I think for a vet clinic, this is really nice. I mean, you can even turn this into like a children's hospital. Not that we can really own our own hospitals or something like that, which is such a shame. But as a children's hospital, it would have been great as well, because all of the bright colors that I'm using. So if you don't like bright, colorful buildings, this interior is not for you. It is not, but what you can always do, if you still like the layout and the exterior of the build, what you can do is you can download this from the gallery. You open this up in build mode, you grab your little designer tool, you know, with the R, and then you can change what color you want. So if you want everything black, white, gray, whatever color, I don't know, pink, you can change the colors and make it your own. This is just how I really liked it in my game. And yeah, you can go all out. You can make it purple or gold. No, there's no gold. I was like, or gold, but there is no gold, which is a shame. So yeah, like I said, in the second floor, we will be having the examine rooms. So I just made the bathroom right there at the front. There is a little seating area, and there are also 2 computers or machines where you need to register your pets. Now I'm making the waiting room. This is all gonna change a bit. At first I was like, let's do it here in the little corner, but then I was like, why am I pushing everything in a corner? Let's not do that. So I do place everything a little bit more centered. And I also add in a coffee machine, you know, for beverages, and then also like a bandage machine and stuff for your pets. I haven't used that. I think you can make your own pills and potions for pets on the little lab thingy majiggy, and then you can place them in that fridge, and then you can sell from the fridge, if I have that correct. Again, I did not do that yet. I've only played normally. So I only played like as a vet, you know, cure your patients and stuff like that. I haven't played with that item yet. So here adding in some a food thingy for your pets so that they can eat when they're there. Also a litter box for the cats who are coming in so that they don't poop on the floor. Very, very important. And then here I'm playing around with signs on the side. I wanted a sign there, but it wasn't working. So yeah, that is basically what I'm doing right here. Oh, and there are decals on above the doors. So you have the door on the very left. That is the cat examine room. And on the very right, the little bit more larger examine room, that one is for dogs. I mean, you don't need to do it that way. And I think your sim chooses itself which way it wants to go, but I just found it very fun to do it this way. So one is specifically cats, so you will only see a cat's x-ray, little cat's details, and then the other one is more dogs orientated, but they still look very much the same. If you don't look at the little details, you would have never known. And then the door in the middle, that leads into a hallway. That hallway leads to the back where there is another bathroom. That bathroom is for personnel and household members only. And then you have the staircases. And so one staircase goes to the 3rd floor. There is where we will have the rec room and the office. And then downstairs on the 1st floor, there will be the operating rooms and the kennel. And the laboratorium, the lab, where you have that thing that you can make your items for this fridge right here. Medicine. I think it's like medicine that you make. So yeah, that is basically the layout. So here adding in a little bit more detailing, some paintings. I love those modern looking paintings. I cannot wait until I'm gonna make a modern kind of pet home, so a home for people who love their pets, but then modern, of course. I can definitely use those paintings there. I think that's it. That's the only modern thing in this pack. But yeah, love the paintings. So here adding in some dog and cat posters. In one room only cats, the other room only dogs. Yeah, what am I doing here? I don't know. Oh, rugs. Again, I was looking for a rug that looked the nicest. I went with base game in the end. And then here I'm like, should I change that rug underneath that table? But no, I did not. I did not change it at all. And here I couldn't find anything that fitted well. And I went with a round one. Just because I did not know. So yeah. So the bathroom. So I did fiddle around with the bathroom just a little bit. I wanted the bathroom to be larger because now I could only fit in 2. I do make it a little bit larger so that you have more walking space. Still 2 toilets in the end. And then I was like, let's try and enclose the litter box into the bathroom. Well, I did try it, but it looked weird. So I do change this all back. So everything what I'm doing here, forget it again, because I changed it all back to its original, like I'm doing right now, because it looked a bit weird. So yeah, that's basically it. So how are you guys doing, by the way, on this beautiful, well, not beautiful, on this rainy Wednesday evening? It's like Wednesday here in Belgium, 7 p.m. The children are downstairs playing with Lego. Yes, with Lego. Usually they're on the computer or they're on YouTube, but not today. Today, my youngest daughter, Sadie, felt like she needed to get all the Lego out, just throw it all on the floor and start building. So she's actually building a home downstairs, which I think is awesome. And my husband, of course, he is helping her, and I'm saying helping with quotation marks next to my head, and you guys can't see it, of course, but yeah, he's helping, but actually he's just having so much fun playing with the Lego himself. So yeah, that is what my family is doing, and Selena, she is on her telephone, like she always is. So yeah, here started with the 2 surgery rooms, the operating rooms. Kept it very sterile. I mean, it's an operating room, so I'm using bricks and tiles for blood and, bodily fluids. So yeah, keeping it white and sterile. That's why I'm using the, I don't know, the countertops were like, they looked like stainless steel counters. I thought those fitted in the best. We are going with tiles in the operating rooms, and then for a wooden floor in the little waiting room right here, because I did make a waiting room here as well, because of course the pet owners, I think they would love to wait here for their little pets. I mean, I would have loved to wait close. Actually, I would have wanted to go inside of the operating room, but here in Belgium you're not allowed. You're not allowed to go in the operating room, so I made a little seating area. Although I do think in The Sims, when you like neuter them, the owner will walk with you to the operating room. I haven't neutered anyone yet. And anyone, I mean a cat or a dog, not a sim. But yeah, I haven't neutered an animal yet. So yeah, I don't know if those. I actually don't know if the operating room is functional. Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad girl. But I am building with move objects off. So I do know that nothing is blocking anything there, so it should function normally. So here making the little lab. So there's a computer, that machine where you can make your pills and potions on, edit in a sink, danger signs, of course, danger, don't eat the pills here, or something like that, or a danger, fire, don't mix this. Also we needed some sanitary towels and a soap dispenser, adding them in everywhere. And I also added in little windows. And I got the idea for the windows from actually the pet clinic that I visited here in, no, not here, in Rotterdam. And it's not a pet clinic. It's more of a animal hospital, and they also had little windows that they did have curtains, by the way, that they could close, but you could see in them. They sometimes kept it open, sometimes they closed it, and I thought it was a really nice idea, and I added it in here in the build as well. So here recoloring everything, and then what else are we gonna do? I don't know. Oh, we still need to furnish the third floor and that little section here. So you're probably wondering, what are those in-fenced little courtyards right there? So those are for pets that are staying the night, so that they get their own little space. There is one larger space there at the back. I imagine that that is for cats. And then these 3 rooms here are gonna disappear again, and I'm gonna make a bedroom. So the reason why I'm making a bedroom with a bathroom with shower is that you can have your sim actually live here if you want to, or not go home every time in between shifts. So you can have them work on their needs a bit more, because I do understand that it's like really annoying to have to like load load lots in between, and that's why I made a bedroom downstairs. And I also made it downstairs because of the pet area, where the pets need to stay the night. I just found it very believable that when you have pets there downstairs that are like really sick, that there's always someone there at night, so that they can keep an eye on the pet that is there. I mean, it would have been, I think it's awful, the idea that I leave my pet at the vet, because I think, they're in good hands, and then the vet goes home and then it dies in the night, or it gets really sick and then dies because no one was there. I don't think it works like that. I think they actually have night shifts for the pets. Don't know for sure, I'm not a vet. But that was my whole idea behind the bedroom, so that there's always someone there in the night. They can sleep there and look at the pets. So here making the rec room, or the canteen for personnel, so they can eat there. There's a little coffee and tea machine. There's a microwave, there's a fridge and a sink. There's no stove. And the reason why there's no stove is I don't want any sim to cook on my lot without any cooking skill. I don't want the entire pet clinic to burn down to the ground. So that's why there's no stove, but they can eat fine. They can grab applesauce, they can microwave things. There are these vending machines that they can use. So for the back room right here, I'm making a office. Definitely not needed. I mean, you don't need an office in The Sims for a pet clinic. I'm just making this for aesthetic reasons. I find it more believable that there is an office with all the files and documents of all the pets. I mean, maybe the owner will sit here, make all the schedules for the employees, of course. I mean, that is something that you need to think about when you own your own kind of place. I mean, I work in a supermarket, but I am how do you call it, gérant. I don't know the English word, so I do all these things as well in our supermarket. I look at the schedules. If someone's sick, I try to help and see where we can fit in someone new and stuff. So yeah, an office is very handy in a establishment. I don't know the English name for een zaak. I just don't know, but that's okay. So here, making a little seating area because I didn't know what to do there, but it looks really nice. So if the employees don't want to sit in the canteen, they can sit there on the staircase. So yeah, so what I did do is I did lock all the doors that I don't want regular visiting Sims to go in. So what I did is I locked the two doors leading into that corridor right there. I locked the access to the corridor. So Sims can only go here if I allow them to. So if I need to go downstairs and I need to bring a Sim with me, I unlock the door and then I lock it back again. I know it's a little bit annoying, but for me that was like the way to go to really know for sure that there weren't any Sims using my beds or my shower. I hate when they do those things, so I do lock everything. So here I'm playing around with the pet or the kennel. Let's call it a kennel for the cats and dogs. And at first I made the bedroom right here, and it worked fine. But then a little bit later I was like, okay, I'm done. And then I was like, no, Mona, you're not done. I go back in and I was like, no, I need a shower. So I add in a shower and then I thought, okay, now I'm done. But then figures, I kept thinking about this little room and I thought, no, I'm not done. Let's go back. I make it a little bit larger and I use the entire half of this section right here. So now I'm only using like, what is this, 3 by 3? No, I think it's like 4 tiles by 4 tiles. But I do use that little section on the left as well. I make it bigger so that you have more routing space and stuff like that. So I think we're like almost done with the video. I'm hoping that you guys could really follow what I'm trying to tell you guys in this video. I know I'm like all over the place. I can't talk normally, and that's because it's 7 p.m. here in Belgium and I didn't have any vacation today, so I actually went to work and I'm so tired. So yeah, I'm hoping that you guys still enjoyed the voiceover nonetheless with my awful English. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and of course if you are watching this for the first time, watching the channel for the first time and you are liking what you're seeing, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.